Please rise. The Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Item C on the agenda is approval of minutes from the February 17th, 2020 council meeting. In the absence of any objections or corrections, the minutes shall stand approved. Stand approved. And item D is citizen communication. Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address council on anything that is not on the agenda tonight? Okay. Hearing none, move on to item E, reports from council committees. E1, Finance and Budget Committee did not meet on February 24th due to lack of agenda items. E2, Safety and Human Resource Committee. Dan?
Yeah, we met last Monday, February 24th, with the townships and the Henry County South Joint Ambulance District. And the topic of discussion was to review the fire and EMS costs and revenues for the townships and the South Joint Ambulance District and the Village of Florida.
Thank you very much. Item E3, Technology and Communication Committee did not meet tonight due to lack of agenda items. Item G is introduction of new ordinances and resolutions. G1 is ordinance number 007-20, an ordinance amending certain sections of Chapter 925 of the Codified Ordinances of the City of Napoleon, specifically Section 925.13, waste collection rates, and Section 925.16, purchase of tags and utility payments, and repealing ordinance numbers 067-12 and 028.95. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Joel?
Thank you, Council President. As we discussed in the Water, Sewer, Refuse, Recycling, and Litter Committee, and also at the last council meeting, this is the legislation that was brought back from the Law Department to add a bag to the, and this amends the ordinance 925.13, to add a bag for the users of the refuse system for the ratepayers. Really all it is adding, the red line version here shows that eliminating it one bag to and adding two bags. So in these sections, and requesting first read, and unless you wanted to ask any questions or you have anything that you wanted clarified or re-reviewed from the previous meetings. And Billy, I didn't know if you wanted to add anything to the ordinance.
Nope.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just a question. If I'm reading this right or hearing this right, 95 this was implemented and we haven't done anything since that time?
95, is that you're reading where it says ordinance 9895 at
Yes.
the bottom?
I think the last time the rates got changed was 08.
Yeah, the rates got changed in 08, that's correct. But in terms of the policy, I believe the policy was enacted in 95 with the one bag rule.
Okay.
And that was, yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check that with the clerk when
Sure.
at another time and just verify that.
I've heard a lot of positive feedback since the last meeting. People are very appreciative of us giving them, giving something back instead of either cutting something or adding a cost to them. So I think this is an excellent idea. I'm happy we're able to do it.
Same thing, I've had senior citizens in the hardware. Very happy that they're getting a second bag. I said, now, I want to tell you, please stay recycling. They said, we plan on doing that. I said, that's what I want to hear.
Any other questions or comments? Okay. Hearing none, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yes?
Lori?
Yes.
Ann?
Yes.
That will move on to second read. Item H2 is ordinance number 006 G2. Ordinance number 008-20, an ordinance amending section 145.01 of the City of Napoleon, Ohio codified ordinances, composition and control of the police department, increasing the composition of the police department and repealing ordinance number 013-06 and declaring an emergency. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Joel?
Thank you, Council President. This is actually a cleanup item from when we added the SRO position. We didn't address updating this ordinance, so this is just a request to update this ordinance. If you don't want to suspend the rules now, I would request that we suspend the rules at the next meeting so that we can complete the hire, since we've gone through the process and the interview process and are ready to make a selection.
If you're ready to go,
Yep.
I make the motion for suspension then.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll on suspension.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes?
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? I will have one comment before we move forward. I do see we have some guests in the audience today, so I think we should try to refrain from maybe some of the acronyms like SRO, and thinking if I was out there for the first time, like, what are they talking about? So that's all. Could have Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes?
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Okay, that has passed on first read under suspension.
Thank you, Council.
Okay, moving on to item H1, ordinance number 005-20. Is ordinance approving an ODOT repair project and declaring an emergency.
Motion.
Second.
Thank you. Cool.
Thank you. Just to reiterate, this is to allow ODOT to work in our jurisdiction for repair of the underpass at 108 and 24. The question was asked at the last meeting, when is this going to be scheduled? It is planned for June as of right now, but Chad, I don't know if you have anything to add. They haven't bid this yet.
They haven't bid it, or at the very least haven't had a pre-construction meeting, so we don't have an exact date, but I was told it would be roughly a week in June.
Thanks.
Any other questions, comments? Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes?
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
All right, that will move on to third read. Item H2 is ordinance number 006-20, an ordinance approving current December 2019 replacement pages to the City of Napoleon codified ordinances. Have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Joel?
Thank you. This happens twice per year, where we have Walter Drain Company review our codified ordinances to make sure that they are updated. Nothing new to report from the last meeting. Billy, do you have anything you want to add?
Nope.
Any questions or comments? Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Moving on to item I, third reads and ordinances and resolutions. I-1 is resolution number 003-20. A resolution authorizing the expenditure of funds over $25,000 for the purpose of implementation of a GIS system and to sole source said implementation to Stantec Consulting Services Incorporated and declaring an emergency. Is that a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Joel?
Nothing new to report.
Any questions, comments? Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Okay, that has passed in third read. Item I-2, resolution number 004-20, a resolution authorizing the participation in the Ohio Department of Transportation Cooperative Purchasing Program and declaring an emergency. Have a
Motion?
Second.
Joel?
Thank you. Nothing new to report on this. This is for crack sealing.
Any questions, comments? Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
That has passed on third read. Moving on to item J, good of the city. J1, discussion or action, award of the East and West Graceway Drive Improvements Project. Joel?
Thank you. And I have Chad here also to answer any questions that you have on this. This is the award of the East and West Graceway Drive Improvement Project. Last year, we estimated, again, that this would, and this year, we estimated that the project would be around $465,000. Lowest bid came in at $429,999, so basically $430,000. So we're well under the budget. Also, when we did actually bid this but didn't award it last year, it was $445,000. So we actually got a little bit of savings this year on this. And Chad, do you think this had anything to do with the timing of the bid, or just new players, or?
No, Helms did not bid this project last year, so they've recently started bidding some of our projects, so I think that's part of it. The other bids were actually a little higher, and this year is a busy year for contractors, so I think it's just that Helms is relatively new to working in the city. But we didn't have any issues with them last year. They did a fine job.
Where are they from?
Finley?
Thank you. Anything else?
That's it. Oh, I'm sorry. Project schedule. We're going to avoid Fair
Yeah,
Week,
the
if at all
completion
possible.
date for the project's July 25th, so I haven't heard from them yet. Since we're just now awarding it, we'll issue all the paperwork, get contracts signed, and do a pre-con, but because of the fair, I chose to have the completion date end of July. That way they'll be finished. We won't have to worry about having them shut down and come back. We just have them done.
Great.
Thanks, Chad.
Yep.
Any questions or comments? Do I have a motion to award the bid or the improvement project?
Motion.
Second.
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
All right. Moving on to J2, discussion or action on approval of specifications for a mini excavator for the electric department.
For this one, I'll turn it over to Denny to speak on this product. It's just to bid for the purchase of a mini excavator, which was in the budget. So
Okay.
I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that,
I
Danny.
would just say why we're doing this, because it's a good question. I mean, why do we need this? For several years, we've been going into repairing people's yards, and the trenchers that we're using now are hard to get into certain areas, and this trencher will go through about a 42-inch gate, and we can get into backyards. And the other thing is because it's not on wheels, it's on tracks, rubber tracks, it's going to make a lot less damage to the yard and ruts, so that we can fix the yard up, make it look nice. And there's a lot of underground that we have in the city that we need to be changing out, so we're going to be using it a lot in back lots and doing less damage to the yards. That's probably the biggest reason that we're using it. Our guys did actually get a bunch of different brands in, and they looked at online at which brands were breaking down and hardest to get parts for, and they wanted a Kubota, but we are bidding it out, and I'm sure there'll be someone bringing in some other bids that may be lower, but whether they meet the specs and whether they get accepted or not will be a call that will have to be made at a later date after it's bid out.
Denny, do you guys have a trailer ready to get it from the garage to the site?
We have a large trencher we can take off and use our large trencher trailer.
Okay.
Or there's one that Ops has that we could borrow until down the road we could buy a trailer that matches it for length and how much, I think the weight on it was, how many thousand pounds? Weight was 8,451 pounds. So it takes a pretty hefty trailer to haul up.
Now, will your guys have to get, like, certified to use it, or they already have?
No, they'll send someone out to go through everything. And we've got some guys on our crew that are farmers that use these equipment all the time. And about any of our guys can jump on that piece of equipment and get pretty good at it in a short time.
Okay.
It's very user-friendly.
Any other questions? Do we have a motion to approve the specifications?
So moved.
Second?
Okay, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Ross,
Yes.
Jeff,
Yes.
Lori,
Yes.
Dan.
Yes.
Thank you. Move on to item J3. Oh, that one sounds kind of expensive. We should skip that one. Purchase of vehicles for the police department. Joel?
Thank you. Actually, I was hoping Chief Mack, if you could step in. Just for reference, we budgeted to replace 2 police vehicles this year. And in your packet was the memo explanation, so.
Yeah, thank you, Council. We budgeted 96,800 for our 2 vehicles. That's, typically there's a state bid on that, there is a state bid on it. I usually look at 2 local dealers, one being statewide, and this year Oregon Ford, which is actually just about 10 minutes closer. Oregon Ford was able to beat the state bid. So they came in at, Matthew Oregon Ford came in at $33,465. The state bid was $33,540 with 34 cents. So it did come in a little bit underneath state bid, and they do outfits there as well through P&R Communications, which is the company that just did our radio upgrade, so it's a known company. So I'm just looking for permission to purchase those 2 vehicles.
So when the car gets here, it'll be skinned and ready to go?
Yes, yeah, everything will be done at Matthew Oregon's Ford shop. Similar to statewide in the past.
Right.
These guys just came in a little bit cheaper this year. But yeah, everything will be done all with, and they'll actually deliver it to us. We won't have to go pick it up.
Cool.
Nice.
So,
Good. Thank you, Chief.
yep.
So it's a request for council to direct the law director to draft legislation, since it's not on state bid.
Okay.
So move.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Okay, moving on to J4, discussion and action to set a date and time for a special council meeting / public forum on the reciprocity income tax credit. Dan?
Well, thank you, Mr. President.
I think we kind of had something picked out, didn't we?
Last time I knew, we did not have an exact date, but I think we're looking at least to, the calendar, if I recall right, we're looking at maybe the week of the 16th or the 23rd of March, after there is no more potential basketball tournament issues. And we were talking Tuesday and Thursday, but there were some conflicts. So I was wondering if we could do one of those 4 options those 2 weeks, either the week of the 16th or the 23rd, one of those Tuesdays or Thursdays, and then I would refer to the city manager as far as a location.
I would suggest Oberhaus Park.
Okay.
That seems like the most logical location.
Tuesday, the 17th, there's a CIC meeting.
All right.
And then the 19th is the AMP board meeting, and it's also Mark Gherkin's, I don't know if anybody's going to Mark Gherkin's retirement reception or not.
Is there 25th or Tuesday?
I think that's a Wednesday.
Or the 24th or Tuesday?
It is.
24th, yep.
What do you have there? You want to use that one?
Yeah, we can do that if that works for everybody else.
What time?
Or
what
also, the 26th, is it? 24th or 26th?
What time are you looking at then? You were talking a spread of a time?
Yeah, I was going to suggest a wider range, only to, if somebody can't make it at a specific time, that they can come in at any time.
Is there going to be a special council meeting?
In the past, yeah, that's how we did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If council's going to be in attendance, then
I know when we've done it before, sometimes everybody wasn't there, but if you have more than 3 people, you have to have it as a,
Yeah, it's a quorum, yeah. And you're talking
isn't
about
that
city
right,
business.
Mr. Law Director, if you have more than 3 of
So,
us?
I mean, you could have 2 people there.
Yeah.
And it could be a committee meeting, you might as well just call a special council meeting.
Yeah.
When to when?
Do 4 to 7, 4 to 8, 5 to 8.
No, if it's a special council meeting, we start at 4. Do we have to have at least a quorum starting at 4? And do we have
I mean, to have the actual meeting portion of it, if you wanted to have that be the time range, there's no reason that you couldn't kind of trickle in as you felt necessary and have others trickle in, the people who might be able to come at 4:30 but not at 7, something like that.
So more of an open house than.
More of an open house, but calling it a special council meeting because there's the potential we could have enough people there for.
For quorum,
for
and
quorum.
this is talking about
Yeah.
city issues. Okay.
Okay.
But it is just to deal with this issue, correct?
That's the only
Yep.
issue, yep.
Okay.
4 to 8? 5 to 8?
Yeah, either one.
I like the second choice better,
5 to 8?
as far as getting out of work for me.
Yeah.
What date was it?
24th.
24th.
Tuesday, 24th?
Do we need to vote on that, or?
You'd make a motion, I would imagine. So,
Okay, then I make a motion where we have a public forum / special council meeting to discuss the issues around a reciprocity income tax for Tuesday, March 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Oberhaus Park.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe? Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
If Opera House Park is already rented, do we give city manager permission to move it to another city park?
I would say
To find a
so.
location?
Yeah,
Just in case?
we can be either Ritter or we'll find another
Yeah,
location.
we'll find another spot, yeah. That way, in case it already is, that way we don't have to come back in 2 weeks and go, it was already rented.
And we'll
Find another
have, we'll have the proper notifications
Right, yep.
sent out to everybody so we can make sure that it's advertised and
And both the
we'll
media
post it on the city's
outlets.
Facebook
Yep.
page and all the other, social media and whatever else we can to get the word out.
Yep.
And these two fine individuals over here then.
Yeah, that's right.
Which one?
I saw
Okay, moving on to item J5, discussion and action, appointments to the local board of tax review. Kelly?
Thank you. We need to have a board to hear appeals per the Ohio Revised Code, Chapter 718. Council needs to appoint 2 people, and then the city manager appoints 1. There's different restrictions on it. We would like to bring back names for the next council meeting so that we can get it in place because we may have an appeal during this tax season.
Can we appoint Brian and Harriet?
Not sure anybody's ever suggested that.
I've been offered bonuses from councils before, but I've never
Whoa.
been offered an appointment.
I was just asking.
How does it read? Is it mayor appoints or is it council appoints?
The council, legislative authority.
Okay.
And they may not be employees, elected officials, or contractors within a municipality at the time during their term or in 5 years immediately preceding the date of appointment. They have to live in the city. And then the city manager can appoint someone, that person can be an employee, but it can't be me or Shannon as the tax administrator
Okay.
or anyone that is a direct subordinate of him.
All right.
And it's for a 2-year term.
And when would you like to have this accomplished?
2 weeks.
By
2
the
weeks, you
next,
said?
yes,
Okay.
please.
All right.
And when was the last time they met? Do you have that? No, I'm
Been
just,
a
I'm
while.
kidding. It hasn't happened since I've been here, I don't believe.
It has not.
All right. Item J6, discussion and action on fire EMS contracts with Freedom, Harrison, and Napoleon Townships, Henry County South Joint Ambulance District, and the Village of Florida. We have a motion to direct the law director to draft legislation and contracts.
Chief O'Brien,
Yes.
can we put you on the spot, sir?
I'm usually good at that.
He's good with the hot seat.
Can we go ahead and approve these contracts even though there are some questions, since we are going to respond to their questions with your memo?
Yeah, so they didn't have any specifics saying that they didn't want to enter into the contract or anything like that during that Safety and Human Resources
Not
Committee.
to my knowledge, no.
So if it's just been general questions in the past, we have answered their general questions that they've had. There's been times we've had to come back and gather some different information, and that's what that memo was that I had sent out today for them. But the contract will actually go live on April 1st. So if they had any other concerns, I would say that you would still move forward and having Billy draft the legislation. So it's going to be ready, because by the time Roxanne actually gets them back in signatures and everything else, it's already usually June or July before it happens. But yeah, I didn't, at least from the way that I took the meeting, that I didn't see any concerns of not entering into those contracts.
I didn't hear that, did you?
No.
Okay.
And we are going to send the townships at this point a copy of the information you shared with council.
Yep.
As well as your updated memo with the safety service.
Okay.
committee.
And then if they reach out or whatever else, then I can, really handle any questions that they have and make sure that, all their questions are answered. That's not a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
And I don't know if you received my message back from earlier today or not, but there was a question about meeting quarterly on this.
Yes, there was a question.
And if they have specific questions, we can update them quarterly internally. If it warrants if there's ever a need to schedule a Safety and Human Resources Committee meeting, then we'll do that, if
Yeah,
that's
we,
okay.
both Jeff and myself said we would if necessary, but
Yeah. As needed.
we don't need to do that right now then, from what
Right.
I understand, yes, okay. So I guess, yes, you need a motion then?
Sure.
Well, I would move that we have the law director prepare legislation for the fire and EMS contracts with the townships, South Joint Ambulance Districts, and the Village of Florida.
Second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
All right, we'll go around the table here. I think I will start with some bittersweet news I received from Councilman Jeff Myers today. He sent us an email with his resignation due to the fact that he was appointed to the Henry County Commissioner spot, filling Tom Von Dielen's place. Jeff writes, Council President, members of council, Mr. Mayor, and appointed authorities. On Thursday, February 20th, 2020, I was selected by the Henry County Republican Party Central Committee to fill the vacancy of retiring Henry County Commissioner Tom Von Dielen. I will be sworn into office as the next Henry County Commissioner on Thursday, March 5th, 2020. Therefore, I will resign my seat on Napoleon City Council effective Wednesday, March 4th, 2020. Since taking office in June 2016, I have thoroughly enjoyed my time serving the residents of the city of Napoleon. It has been a great honor working with the mayor, all council members, the clerk, and all three appointed authorities to make the city an even greater place to live, work, and raise a family. I strongly believe the city's greatest assets are the employees of the city. It has been a privilege to get to know and work alongside with each and every city employee. I sincerely feel the city is a much better place than when I took office. There have been many accomplishments during my 3 years and 8 months on council. Jack Products, Love's Travel Truck Stop, Paul Martin and Sons, Westview Villas Housing, new senior housing, and the new city swimming pool, just to name a few. Every employee of the city truly deserves credit for making each of these historic achievements possible. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for the time that we have had together in making the city a much better place and for the great friendships that I have created. I look forward to working with the city in my new position as Henry County Commissioner. Sincerely, Jeff Myers. I know he's not here right now, but he deserves a round of applause for the excellent job he's done. The job he will do for the future.
We have a motion to accept that.
Yes.
If we don't accept it, does he have to
Then he's
stay on
stuck.
council?
He's stuck. He can't vote either way.
Right? Can I have a motion?
I'll move to accept the resignation.
Second.
Hey, Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Since I started, I guess I will continue with, I just had one item that came up this past Wednesday, and Chief O'Brien, I'll bring you up here again, put you on the spot. We talked about this in a snowstorm accident that happened between Napoleon and Liberty Center. Myself, the mayor, Joel, and Lori were on our way back from the airport, coming back from our trip from DC, and I turned on my police scanner because I had heard there were some accidents on 24, wanted to see if we needed to reroute, go a different way. And when we were listening, we heard there's a crash with there are 2 or 3 semis, one on top of another. And I think we were listening for probably 45 minutes.
Probably, yeah.
and just listening to the coordination between the Napoleon Fire Department, the volunteers, Liberty Center, and others, and the heroic braveness of at least one firefighter, which I'm sure you know who it is now that I didn't know, that got into the cab of the truck that had another truck on top of it to help the victim in there. You want to add to it a little bit since you read the report now?
I did, and so when we did talk about that a little bit, it was in our house, that's just our normal work. I mean, that's just our normal business. So I thought it was kind of pretty nice that you guys were actually listening to that radio traffic. It really meant a lot to us to know that you guys were actually listening or caring what our people are doing. But what I had said to Joe in the past was that if I would have asked any of my people about it, it would have just been they had another call. It was just that, and it would have been just like that. We had a crash on 24. It's just nonchalant. That's what they do every day. I really contest to everything of what I was told about the incident, and after reading the incident it just goes back to the training. The training of the department is what changes everything on how we can respond to any of those calls, and to be able to make a difference in when that happens. So whether it be our safety or the safety of the individual, or making the difference on whatever call that was. So in this case, it really worked out nice to be able to assist Liberty Center in that call. They needed some help with some extrication tools, so some additional tools that we have, which would be our jaws of life or cutters or the ram, things like that will help support the vehicle that's crashed. And in that case, it was a couple semis. Yep.
Right.
So.
Well, great job.
Appreciate that, really do.
Yeah, it was, I don't know, I know it was a very tense for us, just listening and trying to imagine what they were going through. So just let them know that we appreciate everything they do.
I will definitely pass that on, and like I said, I really appreciate you guys taking the time and listening to that, and I'm glad that it worked, that we were able to get the radio traffic out, being on the new radio system. So I know that was one thing we talked about a little while ago, that people were having that, not being able to listen to that traffic. So now that's being able to be broadcasted out, to be able to, people can hear what we're doing. So.
All right. Thank you, Chief.
Yep.
If I can add real quick,
Yeah.
and I just thought about this as you were talking about the radio traffic. I don't remember a call that ever got to be very excited. It was all very businesslike. I need this here, I need this here, call for this. There was no screaming, no yelling, no apparent rise in blood pressure like you would expect, which just means that people were well trained. They knew what to do. And without that training, you're going to hear some different stuff on the radio.
Yeah.
Now, what they're saying on the ground, we don't know. But when they got on the radio, everybody was calm. And
Yeah.
that just goes back to the training that they get, that they know what to do. So that's all. Yeah.
And I caught the very end of it. I was out of the vehicle with everybody by the time the very end, and the last radio traffic I heard was, we're done, we're heading back to the station, and we're ready for another call. And it was just as calm as everything else, like, hey, that job is done, let us know when we're needed again. It was great, so pass it along.
I will pass along. So, thank you.
Yep. All right, you want to go next? You're up.
Last Friday, was able to attend Fort County they had a luncheon with state reps, county commissioners, and mayors for their end of career and technical education month, and spent some time in the 3D lab as a student was building a house from the frame all the way in, which was really nice to see how that whole process goes. He showed off the new 3D printer that they have there, which is really neat, and then went back to the pre-vet area there, and there's some skill there with those kids, and they're well taught, and took the opportunity to do three things I didn't think I was going to do Friday morning. I woke up, and that's I held a gecko, which I never done that before, and I held a snake, and I've never done that before, and I held a chinchilla. So there's three things, and they have a cadaver dog, but it's a model in the lab there, and it's a big amount, and like the only school in the state that has it. So a vet can come in and show the students what kind of stuff they see. You know, here's a dog that swallowed a pair of dice. Here, you can feel the dice in the stomach. We gotta get these out. We gotta cut the dog. It was some of that kind of stuff, like, yeah, I'm in the wrong spot. This is not for me, but some of it was like really neat. So just, you know, those kids are out there getting a leg up, and if college isn't for you, if you want to take a different way to college, you know, Fort County, it's like lots of stuff. You're gonna get out what you put in. There's a lot of good kids out there working really hard. So that was really neat. Overall, just a great trip last week. I thought we really connected with Congressman Latta. He's always been a big supporter of us and all the stuff, and takes interest, and appreciate that. And Senator Portman's staffer, Sarah, you know, she's reached out back to us already, and Senator Brown's staffer, appreciate the time that they spent. Obviously, the highlight for me was laying of the wreath to Tomb of the Unknowns. Just extremely proud and honored to be part of do that. And typically, the way I was raised, and somebody says, "Oh, you do it." No, you do it. No, you do it. When they said, "Jason Mayer, you're gonna do the wreath," I think I said, "Okay." I don't think I didn't ask for somebody else to do it back. I said, "Yep, okay." And I know I asked Joel 2 or 3 times to get the orders, get stuff. And I was pretty excited to be there. So I appreciate everybody letting me be part of that. So thanks to Jeff Myers. I reckon what you said about Jeff, you know, I think that was really good. And it dawned on me the first or second time that Rox called the roll that you're not Jeff C. anymore.
Oh, imagine that.
Now you're just Jeff.
Hey, you know how long that's been?
Well, it's been since June.
Yeah.
But you've had more meetings with your initial than you've had without.
Yeah.
Because before this Jeff M, there was another Jeff M on council.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah. So,
just think there could have been 3 of us. Oh, boy. That would
would
have been
have
trouble.
been interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Ken?
I have nothing.
Okay. Ross?
Reached out to Joel a couple weeks ago about the park, just having some comments about the park and kids getting a little crazy. Thank you for addressing that. I really do appreciate it. Then I want to second that. Thank you for Mr. Myers. He was the first one that showed me around this place when I first joined, so just want to say thank you to him again.
Billy?
Good luck to Jeff Myers. I got nothing else.
All right. Joel?
I got a mulligan, just on the legislation for the police vehicles. I'm going to request suspension on that due to the timing. I have it up. They need, there's a deadline for when we have to get the orders in for those vehicles too, so just that it's April 3rd, and the next meeting that we're going to have, the only meeting that we'll have before then is the next March meeting. So if that's okay with everybody, I'll request suspension on that one. The DC trip, just to echo what the mayor said, is there's still work on the back end, but you know, I too think that we really connected well, and this is my 4th time here, and this was I feel more confident coming out of this one than I have in any other of the DC trips that we've had, and we've had some good ones. So the last thing I have is about the girls basketball team playing Rossford. I'll see. I'll be at the
Napoleon,
game.
you gonna shave your head?
I've got a. Well, I got a bet with Mayor McKinnon. So, you know, go Wildcats, beat those Bulldogs. That's all I have.
Thank you. Kelly?
Just to say congratulations to Jeff.
All right. Jeff who? Jeff C.
Oh, yes. Yes, me and Mr. Myers go back quite a long way, and I'm going to miss him.
Mm-hmm.
But he's gone to another position that I'm glad that we'll be able to work with him.
I agree.
And that's it.
All right. Lori?
You guys have pretty much stolen all of my thunder. But I echo everything that you said as well. The DC trip was fantastic, and it was a great experience, and I was just proud to participate in all of that, and I think our staff did a great job.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great trip. I was also very proud listening in on the rescue that night. Just made you proud to be part of Napoleon, and to know that when someone is in a terrible situation like that, that we've got such a competent crew to do it. So thank you very much. Congratulate Jeff too, miss him, but look forward to working with him and the county going forward. And last question, any word on the wrap-up of Park Street?
Is there something going on over there? Oh, Chad, do you have a schedule for the remainder of the project?
We should be ready for asphalt by the time the asphalt plant's open. So they're hoping to be done in May.
Okay. A while yet.
I'm thinking they're going very fast. Because, yes, I keep an eye on them every day, so.
I'm finally remembering to turn left when I come out. And stuff. Change my habit. That's all I have. Thank you.
Okay, well then, everybody's taken everything I was going to say, so the only thing I wish Jeff the best of luck in his role as a county commissioner. And that's all.
All right, thank you. I feel like I should do a couple executive sessions or something. I mean, it's pretty early.
We can't leave now, can we?
I think so.
Oh, yes, we can.
There's got to be another hours of discussion. I mean,
You don't have
Let me call
executive
Mike
session,
up.
do you?
You need to vote under suspension for that.
Okay, we'll move on to item L, approve payments of bills.
No, do we have to do the suspension of the police department?
not right
No,
now.
that would be for the legislation when it comes
Okay,
back. Thanks.
all right.
Now can we do bills?
Sure.
Or do you have any
Hey, we're good.
questions on them?
Nope, we're good.
Okay. All right. Could I have a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
Rox, please call the roll.
Joe?
Yes.
Ted?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Lori?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
We are adjourned.